Hello Ivy League fans and welcome to week 4 of Ivy League football here on the Ivy League Digital Network. We start in Hanover, New Hampshire. Dartmouth welcoming undefeated Yale. Pick up the action here. First play of the second quarter. Watch this catch by Cole Morceau from Dalen Williams on fourth down. One-handed, drags the foot. Watch this again. Just a great grab. 6-0 Dartmouth after a blocked extra point. Yale answers with a field goal to make it 6-3, and then Henry Furman read option scampers 17 yards into the end zone to cap a 6-play 45-yard drive, 10-6 Bulldogs at the half. Yale field goal starts the second half scoring, but then Williams buys some time in the backfield before finding Bo Patterson with a diving catch in the end zone, touchdown Big Green, and we're tied at 13, 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. Then 10-11 left in the fourth quarter. Dominic Pierre, who just had a fantastic day, runs 6 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Dartmouth defense holds from there, and the Big Green come away with a big statement 20-13 win to knock Yale from the ranks of the unbeatens. Pierre finishes with 167 yards on 37 carries and the game-winning touchdown on his way to being named Ivy League Offensive Player of the Week. Williams was 14 for 30, 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both Dartmouth and Yale step out of conference this coming Saturday. The only other league game from this past weekend, Harvard trying to stay unbeaten in 2013 versus Cornell. Crimson score first here when Michael Pruneau scores the 3-yard touchdown, 7-0 Crimson midway through the first quarter. Now 13-3, watch Cornell quarterback Jeff Matthews finds Grant Gelatly, 9-yard touchdown, Big Red back within 3, 13-10 with 12:47 left in the third. Harvard answers. Tyler Hamblin, 36-yard touchdown catch. With 10:04 left in the third quarter, Crimson regained that 10-point cushion. Teams exchange touchdowns, and then seesaw battle continues as Matthews takes this in for a 2-yard score. Big Red within 3, still 6:36 left to play. But Harvard, as they have done all season long, finds a way to make a play. This time it's Cameron Brait, who sent last week's game at Holy Cross into overtime. This time clinches the game with a 22-yard touchdown pass from Pruneau. 34-24, that ends up being your final as Harvard remains undefeated. Pruneau ended the day 23 for 29, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not to be outdone was Jeff Matthews of Cornell, 39 for 56, 472 yards, and a pair of touchdowns for the Big Red. Harvard remains unbeaten and will host Lafayette next weekend on the Ivy League Digital Network. Speaking of Harvard's opponent next week, Lafayette was taking on Princeton Saturday afternoon, and it was another outburst from the Princeton offense. They started off with this Roman Wilson 7-yard catch less than 2 minutes into the game. They add on a 2-point conversion, and very early, it's 8-0 Tigers. Lafayette responds here with a Ross Sherman 69-yard touchdown, 8-6 after Princeton blocks the extra point. Skip ahead to late in the third quarter. Epperly gives Princeton a little breathing room with a 5-yard touchdown pass into the back of the end zone. He finds Des Smith. Extra point is good, 35-26 Tigers. They add on Epperly's 5th touchdown of the day. This is the only one on the ground, and the Tigers grab a 42-26 victory inside Princeton Stadium. Wilson finished with 10 catches for 80 yards, and the Princeton defense forced 3 Lafayette turnovers. Tigers head to Providence to take on Brown this Saturday. Brown will be coming off its second straight win over an in-state opponent as they took care of Bryant 41-14 on Saturday. Pat Donnelly with 339 yards and 4 touchdowns. Junior defensive back Eric Amargast, 10 total tackles. Bears defense held Bryant to just 2 for 14 on third down conversions. That Princeton versus Brown game will be live on Saturday on Fox College Sports at 6 p.m. from Providence. Other non-league action, Penn traveled to William & Mary and came out on the short end of a 27-14 game. Penn quarterback Billy Ragone was 14 for 27 with 2 touchdowns. Penn, who is 1-0 in the league, returns to league action at Columbia this Saturday on the Ivy League Digital Network. And before they host the Quakers, Columbia took on number 14 Lehigh on Saturday in New York City in a game that can be seen on the NBC Sports Network. The Lions played neck and neck with the nationally ranked Mountain Hawks for the better part of this game. Of course, Garrett continues his sensational season here as he scores a 12-yard touchdown run with 2:31 left in the third quarter. Columbia cuts the deficit to just 7 at 17-10. But Lehigh answers to start the fourth quarter with a Lee Kerfis 8-yard touchdown reception, and the Mountain Hawks are victorious 24-10. Garrett ended the day with 150 yards and a touchdown for Columbia. Lions versus the Quakers, 1:30 this Saturday, Ivy League Digital Network. A reminder to like the Ivy League on Facebook and follow the Ancient 8 on Instagram at Ivy League Sports and on Twitter at Ivy_Athletics and at Ivy League Net. We'll see you next week for Around the League highlights on the Ivy League Digital Network.